Hi, it's Dorothy with Scrapbook in Quebec. This is the first time I've ever done a face-to-face on YouTube, and I'm here today to thank each and every one of you for supporting my channel. I'm absolutely honored and humbled, and I can't believe 5,000 people have subscribed to my channel, which is why I'm here today, because I am going to be drawing some names for a few giveaways as a sign of gratitude. I wish I could give a prize to each and every one of you. And before drawing the names, though, I am going to have a walk around my scrap space just to give you an idea where I create. I'm going to show you how humble it is, how unfancy it is, how messy it is, and I actually cleaned up before I filmed this. And how unorganized I am. So there's one other thing I want to mention. Many of you made suggestions for new content, and many of you told me what you appreciated about my channel and what you would like to see more of. I have a book with each and every one of your comments written down. I plan to mull over every one of them this summer, and they will shape my content moving forward. But first, before drawing names, I just want to show you where I scrapbook. So let me turn around the camera. Hang on. So here I am walking into my scrap space, and you can see there's a big sunbeam there. It's just a small bedroom in my home that I took over many years ago as my scrap space. So I'm just doing kind of a 360. This is a small spare bedroom, and it's basically filled with cast off furniture. Okay, so I will go through each and every one of these slowly, but not in detail. This isn't a scrap room tour. It's more an observation of where I scrapbook. Okay, so I'm going to turn this off again and start again. I don't know how to do this. I have one of those wheelie carts that's actually holding my door open right there. And in that, in the top is where I keep my thickers, stuff like that. The second shelf, there are little plastic containers with different embellishments, and in the bottom are a lot of pens and inks and stuff like that, more like ink refillers. In this plastic container here, there are like pull-out 12 by 12 iris containers. That is filled with punches. And in the top of it, there's a very messy basket here. You can see I have a bunch of rulers. There's a basket there with some punches that I use all the time or recently used punches, some scissors, some pens, stuff like that. Now, on top of that ugly pink bookcase, you see the side of it there, it used to be in my daughter's room, there is a sideways orange crate, and in that are different big shot accessories, and there are a few art bins there. Those have a lot of Elizabeth Craft Design dies in them. And on top of that orange crate, you see some different bins, a few more art bins. There's a black container that has my border punches in it. There's a basket on top of there that has a bunch of extra adhesive, stuff like that. So here is kind of what my tabletop looks like. That big We Are Memory Keepers mat is new to me, so I'm just going to kind of explore with that. It's magnetic. You can see up on the wall, I have all kinds of stuff. There's just kind of banged up all over the wall here, different things that mean something to me. You can see I have some inks there. That iris container here is actually my layout chair that I have to prepare. So it's going to get up a few days late. We are having a long weekend here in Canada. Now we are going to go into a sunbeam. Again, I'm not fancy. I'm not technical. I'm going to stand back a bit. This is actually a cabinet that used to be in my dining room, and I brought it upstairs at one point, and in it, I'm going to stop the camera and show you, is where all of my stamps, or I should say most of my stamps and a lot of dies are, but not all of them. I've got them a bit all over the room. So let me stop the camera and open this cabinet. What you're seeing right now are the shelves on the inside plus the top drawer. So I have, as you can see, at the top there are a bunch of stamps with coordinating dies. They are sort of in alphabetical order, but not quite because I don't have enough room. In this side here, I have dies that don't go with anything. That is over there on the left. And on the right, there's a pile of stamps. There are 2 rows of that. Those are Christmas themed stamps. And in there are some dies as well. On this side here are basically random stamps. I'm sorry, you really can't see this here. But most of what is in here, aside from that pink basket, which is just random stuff, are stamps that have expressions on them, words, stuff that I can use as titles. And in the top drawer here, I'm really sorry about this sunbeam, are more stamps. On the left-hand side, there are background stamps, and on the right side are a bunch of alphabets, basically. And aside from that, there's just some random stuff. Again, no organization per se, but I know where everything is, and that's what's important to me. So I'm going to close this up and show you the bottom drawers. Okay, so here are the bottom drawers. Again, sorry for the sunbeam, but basically, as you can see, there are a bunch of stamps here. These are all from Stampin' Up, and these are in alphabetical order. I don't have them cataloged in any way. I basically know what I have simply because I go through them all the time. So my organization system is basically, it's all in my head, but it's because I use my stuff so often, I know where everything is. So I've got to turn off the camera again and turn around. Okay, so now we are kind of going around. This is just my desk. You can see on top of my desk there that red can and that notebook and those 2 bags. That is me preparing for my draw that I'm going to do in a little bit to find out the 5 winners. Now I'm just kind of moving around here. You can see total mess of everything. There is a bookshelf here. Again, a mess. On top of that, that's all old photos and DVDs, stuff like that. On that shelf there, kind of in the middle with all those boxes, that's full of photos to be scrapbooked. I've got a few rows of scrapbooks there, but not many. Most of my scrapbooks, and I have about 100 of these Creative Memories albums, they are in another room of my house. Now I have a few more of these wheelie carts. That's a project cart there. And on top of it, that iris container is actually my monthly kit. That was for the month of June, so I'm coming to an end there. Here is another one of these wheelie carts. I absolutely love those. So on top of that are my embellishments, stuff like that that I plan to use on any given month. Second shelf is basically some dies and stamps that I use frequently. That's what's on the left there. And on the right, there are some stamps and dies that I haven't used yet. So they are there for, well, basically research and development. I want to use them. I want to test them out. And on the bottom shelf there, you can see there's a bunch of different adhesives. I dig into that quite a bit. And there's stuff on the back of those as well. Okay, what else can I show you here? I'm going to turn this off and I'm going to think for a moment. This is really weird for me. So the last thing I'm going to show you is my paper. So this is basically just on the floor beside my work table. You see 2 purple bins there and all these zippered pouches. In the first box, that's basically my collections. And in the second box behind it, that's mostly, specialty paper like wood grain paper, lined paper, graph paper, maybe some glitter paper, stuff like that. So basically you can see I have more or less half and half and not that much paper. Right here, I'm going to move over to the side, move my garbage can. In that wooden crate there, that's basically neutral cardstock. So that's like white, black, navy, gray. Those are what I consider my neutrals, maybe some browns and beiges as well. And over here on the other side is my bin of cardstock. So that's what's under my desk. And you may notice there's a bunch of other stuff there, including some albums. Those are some albums. Those are mostly kind of travel albums, stuff like that. But again, most of my albums are in other rooms. So I'm going to turn off the camera again and just do one quick span of my office before I actually do the drawing. So once again, here is my scrap room. Not a very big room, filled with cast off furniture, nothing fancy here, no decor, but honestly, I absolutely love my room. So let's draw some names for some prizes. So now it's time to draw 5 names for winners. I have the names divided into 2 baggies here. I am quite old school. This first one here is for 2 $50 gift certificates from the Scrapbook Nerd. And for this one, I did ask a question, which was quite simply, what would you like to see on my channel? Either more of something that I already do or something new. And I have amazing ideas to work with, so thank you very much for that. And for these $50 gift certificates, I would like to say one of them was gifted to me from the Scrapbook Nerd and the other one I bought. So the winners for this are Patty Connor and Sherry-Lynn BOTTRELL. Congratulations. Now for the second bag. This one here is for 3 prizes. One of them is for a $25 gift certificate from the scrapbook.com. The other 2 are simply for a little bit of small happy mail. Lots of names here, and one person can win all 3 prizes because everybody who commented on my videos this month had their names put into this baggie. So as you can see, I'm shaking my cookie can around looking for a mix up here. The first one here is for the scrapbook.com and the winner is Julia Galbraith. And now I'm going to pick 2 names for the happy mail, small happy mail, but just something fun. And I have Debbie Pierce, and the second one here is Cindy B. So all of you have to email me. For Patty, Sherry-Lynn, and Julia, I need your email addresses because I will be emailing you gift cards. And for Debbie and Cindy, I'm going to need your mailing address. So you will find my email address in the description box below. Please send me an email with that information. Congratulations and thank you very much from the bottom of my heart. Bye-bye.